All right, another example of rationalizing the denominator. In this case, you have the binomial 4 plus 3 square root of 5 divided by 2 square root of 5 minus 6. And the way of approaching this is very similar to the previous example. All you have to do is that you multiply the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of the denominator, okay? And of course, recall that the conjugate of the denominator can be found by keeping the two terms, 2 times square root of 5, and keeping the 6, and just negates the sign. So if you have minus on the 2 plus, and of course in the previous example, if you have plus, you want to turn it to a minus, okay? And then you multiply the conjugate up here. From here, just FOIL it out. FOILing the numerator first. 4 going with the 2 square root of 5, that would be 4 times 2 square root of 5. 4 multiplying positive 6 is going to be plus 4 times 6. Positive 3 square root of 5 multiply positive 2 square root of 5 is going to be plus 3 square root of 5 multiply 2 square root of 5. And then this multiply this is going to be plus 3 square root of 5 times 6. All over, same thing. FOIL the denominator. This FOIL to this is going to be 2 square root of 5 times 2 square root of 5. 2 square root of 5 FOIL to the positive 6 is going to be plus 2 square root of 5 times 6. Negative 6 FOIL to positive 2 square root of 5 is going to be minus 6 times 2 square root of 5. Negative 6 FOIL to the positive 6 is going to be minus 6 times 6. Okay. Well, let's see. Numerator 4 times 2 times square root of 5 is going to be 8 square root of 5 plus 24. For these two terms here, I'm going to go ahead and use the commutative property of multiplication and just rearrange them a little bit for making it easier to see. Okay, so I'm going to have plus 3 times 2 times square root of 5 times square root of 5. And of course, if you remember, the commutative property of multiplication says that you can rearrange the terms in any order and you still get the same results when you multiply all of them. And the same thing in this case. I would have 6 times 3 times square root of 5 divided by same thing right here. 2 times 2 times square root of 5 times square root of 5. Now these two terms, positive 2 square root of 5 times 6 and negative 2 square root of 5 times 6, guess what? They are the opposite of each other, so they cancel out. And then negative 6 times 6 is going to be minus 36. Okay. The next step is a square root of 5 staying the same, plus 24 staying the same. 3 times 2 is 6. Square root of 5 multiply square root of 5 is the same as 5 raised to the 1/2 plus 1/2. And then plus 6 times 3, 18, so that's 18 square root of 5. All divided by 2 times 2, which is 4. Same thing. 5 raised to the 1/2 plus 1/2, and keep the minus 36. Well, we're almost done. Let's see. You got 8 times square root of 5 and 18 square root of 5. Guess what? When you add these two terms together, you keep the square root of 5 and you just add the coefficient 8 and 18. So that's going to give you 26 square root of 5. plus 24 plus, well, let's see, 1/2 plus 1/2, that's positive 1. 5 raised to the positive 1 is just 5 itself, so you get 6 times 5, which is 30. All divided by, same thing right here. 1/2 plus 1/2 is positive 1. 5 raised to the positive 1 is just 5. 4 times 5, that's 20. Minus 36. And then lastly, keep the 26 square root of 5 and combine like terms. 24 plus 30, that's 54. All over 20 minus 36 is negative 16. Okay. Now, can we simplify this even more? Yes, we can. Because if we rewrite 26 into the multiplicative factors of 13 and 2, 54 into the multiplicative factors of 27 and 2, and negative 16 into the multiplicative factors of negative 8 and positive 2. Guess what? In the numerator, you can go ahead and factor out a 2 to the front. So you would have 2 multiply the parentheses with the leftover of 13 multiplying square root of 5 plus 27. All divided by negative 8 times 2. But hey, guess what? There's a common terms too. Get to cancel it out. So we are left with 13 square root of 5 plus 27 all over negative 8. And I don't think we can simplify any further. So therefore, this is the simplified form of the original equation. Okay? All right, hopefully that makes sense. I apologize for a little confusion in the middle because I was trying my best to explain and keep my instruction straightforward. All right, so hopefully you guys can see it there. If not, then here you go. All right, you guys. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.